West Sussex Adult Autism Assessment Pathways. Understanding the Impact of Long Assessment Delays, a report by Healthwatch West Sussex. Executive Summary. The current wait for an adult autism assessment in West Sussex is approximately 3 years. This has been reported by people referred to the service and the service itself. The service is delivered by the Neurodevelopmental Service of Sussex Partnership NHS Foundation Trust. It is commissioned in West Sussex purely for diagnosis. It is currently funded for approximately 1/3 of the referrals it receives. The majority of referrals are appropriate and lead to a diagnosis. The way the service is commissioned and funded impacts this whole service, including clinical and admin capacity. This in turn impacts people entering the service. There is limited support for people whilst waiting for an assessment, and the service is not commissioned or resourced to provide this. This pre-assessment support gap impacts family life, work and education opportunities, as well as people's mental well-being. Often support, for example, for reasonable adjustments at work or in education, can only be put in place with an official diagnosis, and people are struggling without the recognition achieved through this. People currently seeking an assessment or have been recently had an assessment told us about their experiences. There is concern that the pathway for an adult assessment in West Sussex is not easy to find out about, particularly for women and older adults. Some GPs have little awareness of the pathway, or how to refer, or about autism in general. People seeking assessment can feel disbelieved by some professionals, particularly if they are doing well academically or at work. They are not always listened to. People sometimes feel they must justify why they need an assessment. GPs need a reason to refer for an assessment, but this is not always explained and can lead to people feeling challenged, disbelieved, and their experience devalued. People are unsure where to go for help, for example with work, education, and for daily living needs, and need support to research and navigate the options available. The information available can be too overwhelming to be useful. People said it was hard to find mental health support. This difficulty sometimes increased once they'd received an autism diagnosis. They were unclear which services they could access, and not all services had an understanding of autism. The long wait for an assessment negatively impacts people's quality of life.